Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Build the Back to the Future Delorean from Eagle Moss. We are on issue number 50, the Big 5-0, and we're going to be putting together, I believe it is the driver's seat today. Next episode is the other seat. I can't remember whether this is the passenger seat or the driver's seat. Here's the directions we're going to be following. It should be a fairly simple episode. And yes, this one is going to be the driver's seat. So we've got some stuff on Back to the Future Part 2 here. Obviously this is Part 1 of this article about creating the setting for 2015. Shan and I just got back from Universal Studios where they had Hill Valley on the bus tour, so that was pretty cool. And then they had the antique store that had all the funky stuff in it from the 80s, which I thought was kind of cool. And then, of course, the next episode is going to be the following seat. So, without further ado, let's get started. So it looks like we've got which piece is that? 50C. Sponges. I guess that's these?
That's those.
Maybe these? Yes, these. Okay.
Yeah, those sponge thingies.
Okay. So it looks like we've got this in the cavity of the back of 50D. Okay, well that's already done.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a really rubbery, got some flex to it. And then we take the cover, which looks like this piece here, and put that, it's got some little tabs right here. You got to line those up. This is actually a nice heavy-duty metal piece, so that's nice. We haven't gotten very many metal pieces for a while. That's going to go in there like that. And then it looks like we're going to be doing the same thing to the other piece. So that's going to go in there, followed by this piece, and basically the same thing where we're lining up the tabs. And there it goes. So I guess they put the pads in there so you've actually got cushioned seats. There's some attention to detail for you. Put the seat back onto the seat. Okay, so now we are putting the two pieces together, I guess. So here's the bottom of the seat, here's the top of the seat. And they're going to be sliding together. Just like that. So I'm assuming we're going to just be lining up the holes on each side here. And there's our seat. So now it's wanting us to put in these little knobs. Don't know if this is going to show up on camera or not, but the knobs have a tiny little tab on them right there. And that's going to need to line up with the tab here. There we go. And it snaps right in, and I'm guessing... Oh, no. It actually still does have movement in it. Okay. And that's going to be screwed in on the back side by an HP screw.
And after that, you do the other knob on the other side with the same things.
These HP screws look weird. I wonder if I can just reach that through there. There we go.
You're not going to be able to do that
Not
on the
going to
next
be able
one.
to do that on the next one, yeah. Once again, the design here was not thought through very well because you can't get at the screw very well with the seat in the way. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the screws should have been put on the outside.
Yeah, but then they would have shown, and they want the knobbies to show.
Okay, so there's one. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other one. There we go. Just line up that hole just right. And then same deal with another HP screw. Okay, so here's our seat so far. And it looks like we're going to be putting on the back, which is this piece here.
With a bunch of screws.
And I'm going to assume that the textured part is the part that's sticking out. Yes, because we've got the inside holes for that. So
Looks like they're all DM screws. So at least there's not multiple types.
okay, so it just kind of snaps in like that, and then we're just going to screw it in place with 5 DM screws, looks like. for those curious, I'm using the number 10 screw from issue number 10, or the screwdriver rather.
The same screwdriver for the other type too? For the knobbies?
Yes, that's the one I've been using for this entire issue so far. Oh no! Oh, I see it. Freaking hate how tiny all these things are. I can just plunk it in there. There, now it can't escape. Okay, so there's our back. Our seat so far. And then I'm guessing the next step is going to be putting the bottom section on and doing the same thing. Also with DM screws. Okay, so that's going to go on like that.
Are the back plates like plastic?
The back plates are plastic, yes. The seat itself was the only metal section. Then you had the covers, which are rubber, and then the backs are plastic.
Well, it looks like you might be mounting them through this to get them to the bottom of the thing.
Yep, these two little tabs right here are going to go into the...
It's kind of disappointing that the thing that holds the seat on is going to be held by plastic.
Yeah, early on in this build, the majority of the pieces were metal. Now the majority of them are plastic. Okay, so here's our seat. It's actually got a little bit of heft to it. It's a nice little seat. Now comes the fun part. This is what we've been working on for the last several issues. And now I'm going to have to turn it upside down so that I can get the seat put on there. And apparently it's even adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
So this piece is mostly plastic, and I'm very concerned about the durability of this thing when I'm trying to put the chair in there. Now, where do all these cables go? Does it say? They're not marked on the outside here, so I'm guessing that all these cables need to be moved to the inside of the car. Because I looked a couple issues ahead. In those issues, we're going to be putting some cables along the outside here, so I'm guessing these need to be lined up on the inside. Like that. And then the seat. Just kind of finagle these in to the side there, and then get the seat in place. The slots for this thing. Oh, the seat needs to be quite a bit further back. So here's the seat belt. Okay, what is... I'm very confused about where these wires are going because there is no room to put them along the bottom of the seat.
Just lay them up and over top and we'll put them somewhere later. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, but if they're supposed to go right here, there's like no way I'm going to be able to get them in there once the seat is screwed in.
You're supposed to leave the screws really loose anyways, so you can always just take it out. But these cords might, technically go like this way once we get more pieces in or something. You know what I mean? No?
Give me a second here. Okay, so the seat belt is actually the issue. We've got this piece right here that is sticking out, which is what's keeping the chair from going into place. And I think that might have happened from when we glued the seat belt in place in previous episodes. I'm hoping that if I just tweak that with the tweezers a little bit, I can get that out of the way. There we go. Now let's see if I can get it in there.
That's what she said.
Oh, I'm going to back this up as far as I can to try and get the seat belt out of position.
Why is the camera getting so hot? It's like burning my hand.
There we go. So if you put it all the way at the back, it'll fit. But again, there's no room for the cables in there, so I don't see how the cables can possibly get along the side of the seat. I don't know if you can see this on camera or not. Here's where the seat's supposed to go. You literally have no room in here for these cables. And there is no indicator on where these cables are supposed to go.
They probably go into the door or something.
You know, I certainly hope so.
You leave the seat pretty loose anyways, so if we need to change it, it can be changed later.
Yeah, because we're going to have to. Because I don't see any way those cables are going to fit in there. Not with this current setup.
I don't think they do anyways.
But, I mean, in the diagram, it doesn't even show where they go. The cables just aren't even in the diagram.
I think you should just worry about getting the seat in.
Okay. That's going to be a bit of a chore just by itself. Once you've got the seat in position, it does sit in there very nicely. You want to hold that. And we're putting that in with HP screws.
I believe that's what it said, yeah. It says do not do tightly.
Is that what it says in the directions?
Yes.
Okay.
I said that multiple times now.
Probably don't want to do it tightly so that we can actually move the seat back and forth.
Probably, but that also means that we can also change it if it needs to be later, too.
Yeah. I found out some of these tabs over here on the side we're actually going to have to pull out, which is stupid. That's for another issue. Okay, I've got those really loose on there. Maybe I should tighten it a little bit more. Okay. Does the seat move back and forth?
I don't know. Ow. Holy crap. Camera's burning me.
Okay, so we got these wires hanging out. We have no idea where they go. We've got half the seat belt over here on the side. And the seat kind of sort of moves back and forth. I'm not sure what it's catching on here. But it's hitting something to keep it from moving. I get the feeling that this is going to come back and bite us later. But for the moment, the seat is in, and it does match the diagram, other than the fact that this wire is not in the diagram, so we've got no clue where this is going. Anyway, there you have it. There's the driver's seat. That's the end of this episode, so we will tackle the passenger seat in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.